sorry, CEO. Like, so I think I heard that we released the place because of the revenue, right?
Yes,
Because we released that, but that is the direct relation with the performance, right?
100% direct relation. But even despite of that, the squad that we have right now, we don't feel the merit of that squad justifies the position they hold, even though the players were released. Like you said, there are other clubs for us to show where, despite not maybe spending so much or etc., they're doing better than us at this point in time. You yourself said it, right? There are a lot of clubs who have lost their main players, foreigners. They've lost them. But irrespective of that, they're doing better than us. It's a fact. So we are not saying it had a correlation, but again, who we have here today, if we need an honest assessment, even Carly said that can if you ask me to predict on paper if this team would be where it is, no. I'm I'm not saying we would win the league, but it is not where this team should be. It should not be here. Even though you've lost players, whatever it is, that is what prevented us from maybe being at a higher end in the table. Those players being here would have pushed us higher. Like Ali said, the Super Cup squad that was there with a few changes we would have been really competitive. But even after taking those players out, I don't feel this team merits where it is right now. And why it is so is something that we are accepting, where we are saying that it is not where this club should be. And it is not something which we are setting our standards for.
Uh, I would like to
Just
ask,
one
like,
question, Abhi. Sorry,
one reason,
just one question.
Okay, all right.
Okay, just one question. Did you identify that missing part this season? What went wrong?
Yes, as in I think in hindsight there can be. See, hindsight is a beautiful thing. I can give you 50 reasons, but the time when you take those decisions, it is a very different thing altogether, right? So there can be 100 reasons why we can say there is an issue. There are multiple reasons, but I was today speaking to one of the players on the flight to Bangalore. And I'll tell you I'll not name who the player was, but I'll tell you what the player said to me. The player said, see, there can be problems outside. There can be an issue. There can be financial issues. There can be problems. But as players, when you step on that pitch, to just reaffirm what you said, Ajay, there is nothing stopping us for playing for the badge, giving 100%, and playing for Kerala Blasters with pride. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. Okay. This is coming from the player's own mouth. You understand? So whatever might be the reason, I might give you this was because of this, it didn't work, because of that, it didn't work, which is what Carlos is trying to say. There can be no reason for us to not fight. Today, whether a player is at Kerala Blasters, tomorrow a player might go somewhere else for their own careers, for their own futures. It is very important for you to show that what you show in the face of adversity. It's not about the skill level you possess, whether somebody is better than you. There are enough instances. All of you watch football. There are instances where smaller teams with lesser technical players who are 100th the cost of some other team have beaten them and won games. It's football, right? It is a game of willpower and how badly you want to win. So I don't want to give reasons. I don't want to give excuses, guys. It's not been at the level it has been at. Can it be better? Yes. Could we have made some decisions better? 100%. We're not denying it. But do we need to see more? Yes. Can there be more given? Yes. At the end of the day, it's the players on the pitch who perform. Right? We can't play for them. We can't score for them. We can't take decisions for them. And if you are telling me that these players are bad, I refuse to believe so. This is a lot of the players from this team have made it to playoffs 3 years in a row. They've reached the final. They're players who once you guys only were crazy about. So I refuse to believe that there is a drop in quality. It cannot be. Players don't lose quality. It's either a question of how badly they want to do something. or are they motivated enough to do it, right? So it is a question of maybe us, maybe there is something we need to look at, but overall, again, three things, because I don't want the narrative painted that way. We are not using sustainability as an excuse. We are not using financial difficulties as an excuse. Those are two facts we are simply stating because we have a medium like Kerala Blasters where fans come and ask us things and we are a little more transparent about it with others. I don't think any other club faces this level of scrutiny. And this, what you guys are doing is an organized forum. And I must tell you, you've done a great job by organizing it. And you're asking us these questions in an organized forum. Nobody does that. So you will not see this sort of answers floating out there. Nobody specifically will put a presentation to which other club has a fan advisory board that puts something like this on. So when you're asking these questions, there will be things that we will tell you, which then again goes out in the open, right? No other club has this. I'm sure you guys would agree to this, right? And today, like I told Ajay also in the beginning, the reason why we created FAB was to not run away from accountability. We are sitting here asking ourselves hard questions. You guys have put together a report card for Callis and me. We are looking at that. We are swallowing it as well. And we are not running away from it. How many people do that? Nobody does that, right? So what I'm trying to say is that the intention at the club is always to be accountable, to be responsible. Of course, there are things we can share, we cannot share. But please don't set the narrative that sustainability and financial the issues are we are using that to justify the performance. We are not. We're just giving you that information. And like Somu had suggested earlier, at the end of the season, we will make our audited books transparent for everybody to see so that you understand where and what was spent, which each and every fan of this club can pick up and study. We will do that, which is a very good suggestion that Somu made, so that all of you also understand financially where the club is. I think every fan of the club needs to understand that. A lot of clubs in the world do it. We are okay to do it. And we'll do it at the end of the season after the books are closed, right? As a part of our attempt to be transparent so that you see where what happens, where the money is going, what is going where. But again, guys, Regin, so that thing of us coining that word sustainability, it was to define a practice. Every club has its practice. Every club has it. Some clubs work in a certain way, some clubs don't. Some clubs achieve success through different means. It is not that you cannot achieve success through this, you can achieve success through this as well. That's a philosophy that the clubs believe in. Can it be used to define whether we have succeeded or not? We are not giving you that excuse. Sustainability is never an excuse, right? So financial problems is not an excuse, right? So whatever shape and form we have, whatever resources are available to us, could we have been in a better position than where we are? For sure, we could have, right? But the responsibility I am going to take as the head of this organization to the board of this club is there are, like you said, there are a lot of employees at this club who made sacrifices, a lot of players who made sacrifices. I will not hang them out publicly to dry, okay? Because I don't feel it's fair. But I'm also not a fool to come and sit here and tell you that everything is good and we've achieved everything and give you 5 different excuses. No, we are not going to do that. It's not good enough, especially for a club of this size and for fans like yourselves who pour their heart into it. I'm really sorry that we are here in this situation. I would like to apologize and say that, I'm sorry we couldn't bring you what you wanted. Okay. I'm sorry that we couldn't fulfill your expectations, but we do understand what the weight of it is. And, I can only assure you that we'll work and try and see if we don't know the future, but every step that we are taking right now is to try and set ourselves up to be best placed for when that future comes around. Also, you need to understand that the owners share that belief as well, right? So while I can't give you any assurances, I can definitely take accountability for the mistakes and say, okay, there is a lot of things that we've maybe done wrong. Put my hand up. We'll work on it. But I'll also, I'll also protect everybody at this club in terms of what they've given this season. I can't ask them for more. And I would like to apologize to everybody for being in this position, because it is not pleasant. I can see that fans are facing the pain, and I know how difficult it is for a fan to be in this position. So from my side, I apologize. For you guys having to see that. It's not fair, and it's definitely not something that I would want my club or a club I follow to do. So I apologize for that, and I can assure you we'll try and do better in that regard.
Uh, Before going to Somu and Jabir, I know that we would like to ask few more questions. So like before leaving, like I would like to ask one question. Like as an Indian recruitment which we had this season, we had 2-3 Indian players coming to us. Like what was the addition you were planning to get from that additions?